Hi everybody, welcome to Jake's Showcase. I do videos on Wednesdays. Today what I'm going to talk about is how to be a great salesman or how to be a great salesperson or saleswoman. Basically, I've been a really good salesperson throughout my life. It doesn't seem to matter what it is I'm selling. I always seem to be either the top salesperson or very close to the top. And I think it's a gift that I've been given. And I thought I would sort of give some tips and techniques on why, no matter what the product seems to be, that I'm always able to do well. There's basically two different ways that sales that happen a lot. It's either face-to-face sales, where you're either a retail salesperson or you're a door-to-door salesperson, or anything to do with where you're actually interacting with the person on face-to-face. And then there's telephone sales. You're either like a stockbroker, or you're an inbound representative, or an outbound caller. And basically, besides those two things, sales is sort of like a psychology, right? Basically, the way I look at sales is I try to find out what is coming at me. And what I mean by that is by trying to pick up what type of a person I'm talking with or dealing with. It's a little bit easier when you're doing it face-to-face because you can sort of read a lot of the clues on their body, maybe what they wear. Is this sort of like an intellectual person? Is this sort of like more of a chill person? Is this person sort of a tense person? Is it a relaxed person? You're able to see that visually. You can't quite do that on the phone, but a lot of times if you're very, very perceptive, you can actually pick up little visual cues over the phone too by listening to the background noise. Is there a kid in the background? Do they sound like they're a busy person? Do they sound like they're taking their time, maybe watching TV? By listening to the person, you sort of can get a frame of the type of approach that you're going to want to make, right? Now, you can also tell sort of like maybe where they're from. Are they from the south, the north, what their race is, by their voice. And this takes a lot of listening skills, but usually you're pretty able to pick it up real quick. Once you have got the type of person that you're dealing with, you kind of got to look at it as sort of like a big, I like to say it's sort of like a, kind of like a wrestling match, but it's not a wrestling match. It's sort of like I like to say it's all around. You got to see what's coming at you, and depending on where it's coming at you, you have to be able to sort of react to what their objections are, or if they have objections, or maybe it'll be really nice and easy, and it's real smooth. The key is not to get wound up in technical strategies or scripts. Rather, have a conversation with the person like they're a real person. One of the reasons I haven't really liked to do sales too much in my life, ever since I was working in a bank, is because I really feel like I got to believe in the product, right? So in order for me to sell something, because I always end up selling a lot, is I want to believe in what it is I'm selling, because I think that by honestly believing in your product, you're going to have a much more better situation where people are going to believe you. Believe it or not, people actually can read through, like if you're saying lies or if you're being honest, right? And if you believe it, it's a lot easier for you to say, hey, this is really good because of this, or this is really good because of that, and you're not selling them a line. I find that a lot of times when you have regimented sales strategies, the problem is that, you know, every situation is different, and because every situation is different, you have to have lots of leeway to basically try to find the right fit for the person. Now, what about objections? What about when people don't want to buy? You know, this is one of the parts that you have to sort of just get used to, right? If you're a good salesperson, you know you're going to make the sale. Not necessarily with this person or the next person, but maybe the next person or the next person, right? And so by having the confidence that it's okay that if this one doesn't want to buy, or it's okay if that one doesn't want to buy, right? You're basically trying to get them the best fit they can get. And if it's not going to work out, it's not going to work out, right? And you got to be okay with that. It doesn't matter what the product is, if it's a hard product, if it's a soft product, if it's a service, or whatever it is. Basically, if you have the confidence and the honesty and the integrity that, you know, this is a good product for this person, let's try to find the right mix and match, being on their team to get them what they want, it comes through. And people trust you. Not only do they buy from you the first time, but they will buy from you the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and they'll tell people about you, right? So by being a good salesperson, by being basically genuinely interested in the other person, trying to find the right match for them, that is the way that your sales go to incredible numbers, right? It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, anybody can do this. It's a psychology, right? It's a psychology not to get overwhelmed by no's, because if you're a good salesperson, you know eventually you're going to get the yeses. Try to have as good a conversations as you possibly can with the people that you're actually making the sales with, because that is what they remember and that's what they love. And that's why they'll keep coming back to you and be looking for you specifically, or your company as a whole if you're a part of a company. Alright, so I hope you can pick little bits and pieces up there, and that can help you on being a great salesperson too. Oh, and by the way, you might want to wonder about my outfit. I wore this on purpose, right? Because it's kind of like a business, and it's kind of like chill, because it doesn't matter what the product is. If you're selling something like regular, or if you're selling something like professional, so the outfit is actually done intentionally to let people know that it doesn't matter what it is. It's about the feeling that you give the customer and the confidence you have in yourself, your product or your service, right? That it's of value, and they're making a great deal by going with you. Alright, hope that's helpful for you. Don't forget to like my video below and subscribe to my channel up above. I do my videos on Wednesdays, and I hope you have a wonderful day.